Alright, there we go. Hello everyone, we're online again. So, here we are. As I said, if we weren't going to get Monday, we were going to get Wednesday. I need to remove from what I say every time. Uh, Today we're finally getting back to it. We're getting back to Trails of Cold Steel. Now, last time, and I have a brief reminder because I've just spent the last few hours, or in the background at least, the last few hours have been uploading all my previous streams to YouTube. So that's all of it. There is a channel that is also that on YouTube called Marx. You know what? I'm gonna just see if it's like the first result. Give me a second. Yeah, it's pretty much if you write in Marx Frost, it's the first channel that will appear. It's the same. It's my Final Fantasy character for the faceplate, so it's very hard to be in the wrong spot. All of them are there. None of them have caused a problem. A few of them have had copyright stuff brought upon them, but I'm not gonna bother fighting or editing at this time. They're all the Fallout streams, which I'll be honest, I'm thinking of canceling the series because I'm sort of. It's very easy to get to play a lot of Fallout, especially New Vegas, because it is good, but then start feeling as you go on longer a bit burnt out. And I haven't played Fallout a bit, but I think 2 separate Fallout streams are 6 hours long. That is how long I play Fallout in a single sitting, and that, ugh, I know I'm just burnt out on the series, and I would actually like to put something, I don't know, a little less open world. I was actually thinking, because I said this the same day that I still haven't bothered to see what the problem is. Do a bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? Dragon Age Origins. That's the game. I like to replace our Western RPG with Dragon Age Origins. So throw out New Vegas, put in Origins, play Origins. That would be fun. And it would be fitting because much like The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel, I looked at the thing because I'm having a mind blank. I actually already own the entire current Dragon Age series. I own Origins, I own 2, I own Inquisition. So we could actually play through the whole series. I actually don't own anything more than this game for Trails of Cold Steel. I only own the first Cold Steel because I've never been able to actually finish it myself. I may purchase 2 when we finish this one if I'm not burnt out right away. I might still buy it later on and we can do a stream like that, but depending on if I want to keep this series going into the sequels, we'll see. Gosh, now, right, my point was, the last time we were playing, we did some dungeon, and I know because I actually wanted to personally name each of the parts in the archive, because in Fallout, there's too much going on that I can't really specifically name anything. But we were in the dungeon, and the dungeon changed. We did some bonding and some things in the school/town area. I got to know some of the party members a bit better, and generally the students, with some side questing. Yeah, and then the story moved ahead, and we were taught that we're going to go into this field study thing, which sounds like a field trip, but more. And then we were on the train, we played some of that Blade, which is kind of fun. And yeah, then we were gonna go into the town for the next stream, and then the next stream didn't happen till now. Well, I've been talking for like, what, 5 minutes now? So we're gonna jump in. I've got the game running, and we're also gonna look at something new. So I'm gonna switch to our new game edition. We now have a chat box in the bottom corner. And the game hasn't kicked in yet. But yes, now we have a chat box. So now when I upload these from, there we go. When I upload these to YouTube to archive, the chat will be archived too now. And why am I saving? I don't need to save. So that's real fun. I may move it if it blocks something else on the screen at any point, but I don't think the screen, like a lot of games, there isn't a lot in that bottom corner. I mostly have it there for Final Fantasy streams. So let's continue the story. Ah! Wow. I forgot what voices I gave these guys. I know for the girls I don't have a lot of choice. It's mostly just a higher register and trying not to be too offensive in my voice. It's beautiful. What a spectacular view. The rye planted last fall seems almost ready for harvesting. Now, I feel like Laura's voice and Elliot's voice almost meet because Laura is serious but in that high register, while Elliot is soft-spoken in that high register, and it's very hard to separate when I have to do them after each other. I almost wish someone else was with me up here so they could do some of the voices. But that would require me arranging that. Anyway. Now, I thought the rye could only be harvested in the fall. What? Yeah, I'm just gonna give Reen my voice, because Reen's gonna be the character I'll have to read the most for, since he's the main character. And I'll have to read for him every time he's not voiced, even in his own scenes. Well, the soil in this area is supposed to be extra fertile due to the warmer climate. So things are a little different here. The view is really amazing though. It always looks like something out of a painting.
The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. This transcontinental train is bound for Crossbell.
Why is that voiced? Why go to the slight extra effort of voicing the train messages each time?
The next stop is Keldick. Passengers traveling to Bereahard. Please change trains at this stop.
Oh, right, I'm voicing. I guess I should wake Instructor Sarah. I mean, for this game, again, I'm gonna be honest, it feels a bit PSP. More than PSP, obviously, but, like, in level of, like, there's so much here, but it's also very simple in its own right. It's very beautiful, especially when they do the 2D art for it. The 3D models aren't bad either. But you can just tell there is a level of... everything's simple on some level. I mean, what did this game come out originally on? Trails... This is a great thing of the fact that I've gotten used to using my laptop to manage the stream. So I can just tab. Cold Steel 1. We'll just go to Wikipedia and see what they say. Because I'm not gonna look. Oh, this is nice. Sorry, I'm still partially paying attention.
Wow, so this is Keldick.
It released on the PlayStation 3 and PS Vita, so it had the power, because I own a PS3. PS3's got plenty of power. Not as much as PS4, obviously, but still decent. But obviously this was done with the PS Vita's maximum capability in mind.
It seems like a really relaxing little town, though there are a lot more people here than I expected.
I imagine they've come for the Grand Market. Even merchants from other countries regularly come to see it.
Oh. Right, they were saying that last time. The problem of playing these so far apart is I forget.
Sounds like this place is as popular with the tourists as the capital then, but for a whole different set of reasons.
Actually reminding me, can I... No, I'm already set for low latency. So, whatever delay there is between... Because I can see it now, because I've got the stream open.
Keldik's also widely renowned for their local beer, which they make using rye.
Okay, so we're about like 5-6 seconds delay right now between me and the chat. And I can't get any better than that, unfortunately, so get used to that.
But you're all still minors, so I'm the only one here who gets to drink it.
Is that the reason
Are
you came along?
trying to make us jealous?
We don't really care, you know.
Anyway, let me show you to the inn. It's, right over there.
Okay, let's go.
Because Game 3 and 4 were made on home consoles, weren't they? Made for home consoles. Trail... You know, I'm just gonna take a look. I'm gonna avoid spoilers, but I'm gonna take a look through each game and see what they were made for.
Well, well, I hadn't expected to see the Purple Lightning herself in such a quaint little town.
Okay, who are you?
And the chicks with her seem like an interesting lot, too. Ah, no time for that now. I have more pressing matters to attend to.
I wonder if some of these are going to be references to the other Trails games. And you should be like either excited or aware of that, because I know the Braces Guild was a thing in the other game. Like, it was a big part of it. Hey there, Margot. No, I think that's how you pronounce it. Well, if it isn't Sarah, what are you doing here? I knew you. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna be very minorly neutral and barely. I'm just gonna put minimum effort for NPCs who are obviously town specific. I knew the kids were coming, but I didn't expect you to be coming with them. I'm sorry. I'm reading her lines with this twang, but I feel like, yet somehow I feel like it's right because of how her dialogue is written, even without any obvious twang. Oh, I figured I'd help them get settled in before I left. And here they are, my lovely students. Well now, aren't they a youthful-looking bunch? It's a pleasure to meet you. We're first-year students from Fours Military Academy, Class 7. I'm Reen. I'm Melissa, thank you for putting us up. The pleasure's all mine, I assure you. I'm Margot, the owner of this humble establishment. Sarah here's taking care of all your arrangements. Come, I'll show you to your rooms. Thank you, ma'am. Much obliged. But they solved the Alyssa Reen problem from the prologue. Louise, can I get some beers and snacks? I love the love heart. I'll bring them right over. You do know it's not even nude though, right? Alcoholic teacher, yes. But yeah, I wonder what the overarching arc will be then for this. Because this game's booked in chapters, and they must have a chapter-to-chapter thing. Otherwise, are we just going into overall plot? We'll see. Also, I can't see chat right now, but I'm pretty sure no one's in there right now. And if you are, you're very quiet today. One second. I'll be back in a second. I'm just taking a look at something. It looks like the second game was under the same precautions. They were built for Vita. Game 3 I know is on PS4, and that's because I still see it being sold at like the local EB Games. Actually, pretty much every EB Games I go to, it's still like one of the things that's on that they've got stacked that faces you rather than in the rows. That's not a terrible as an explanation. You know, when they stack it and when they put it up on the shelves and it's flat so you can see the cover art. That's slightly better, I think. Yeah, because the third game was straight up for the PS4, and then I know that the fourth game was made for current gen, so I expect when we finally get to 3 and 4, if we get to 3 and 4, it won't be as obvious that the game was made ages ago. I'm gonna try to not voice some of these less obvious ones. No, less obvious. I don't know what that meant. I'm gonna voice some of these ones that obviously are things that just set up stage, but are very common. Like this. Here are your rooms. You're sleeping in the same room, and it's your instructor's fault. Groups of 2, the less awkward, but it's best I can manage. I don't... This is gonna be a problem. I don't have any problem with it personally, but I can't imagine the girls will be quite as accepting. Also, I don't believe we have a choice here. Whoop! I got Y's mixed. That's not good. We are military students. We must allow the prospect of mixed gender accommodation to we mustn't allow the prospect of mixed gender accommodation to phase us. She's not wrong, it's military, and if you go in the military, at least in real life, while there are usually general accommodations between men and women, the toilets, bathrooms, there is a level of you have to be prepared to bunk with the opposite gender, and still be able to go forward. Yeah, here we go. In the army, women share the rooms with men. It's a fact of life, born of necessity. Because this is a low magic world that's going through the industrialization. Their armies would be similar to the army of similar era in our world. Especially since their progression is going. Sorry if you heard screeching on the microphone, I just adjusted the boom arm. Okay, I get it. If you come anywhere near our beds, would dream of it. Likewise. I'm talking about you, Elliot. I was referring to someone who already has a history of this kind of thing. Okay, so we're going to keep bring this back up each time. Maybe we change Jesus Christ. Thought you got an over that. Guess not. Okay, so we're revisiting this storyline for a bit longer. I wonder if this will be a day, like a Monster of the Week sort of thing. There'll be like a big scenario and we'll do field studies and there'll be a big scenario and blah blah blah. That's what I've been told, yes. If you need anything during your stay, let me know. For now, get settled in. Cool. So we got stuff to do. See what we got. Field Study 1, assigned task. Oh, they're just like missions and side missions. For the common cold, I've run out of ingredients to make particular medicine. Okay, so grab item. Replace a malfunctioning orbment light. Dangerous monsters, slay the monster. Okay. The study area is defined as 20 sledge, I guess? Sledge radius around... What is with fantasy worlds and having to making up a new name for a specific distance? Like in Final Fantasy XIV, it's Yalms, except in the first where it's what, Gralms or something. Moans. It's moans. It's like, why? But then you also realize that everything's kind of made up. So this is our field study? This looks like a list of menial tasks to me. There is a monster elimination request at least, but that's the most we have. I see, so that's her angle. Ah, serene scene. Oh, it's nothing. We should go talk this over with Instructor Sarah. She probably stuck around specifically to answer any questions we might have. You might be right. And while we're at it, we can grill her about this communal room she signed us up for too. I think she'll have one single answer fits all.
Right.
Here we go!
Right.
My turn. Of course.
Go!
Sorry, that. I was hoping that we get back to Reen and he would say right, and then I could say it. Hello? You know what, the one thing I've become very aware of since streaming? I turn the camera a lot for no reason. I'm off for this business? What? Yeah, that makes sense. There'd be a lot of merchants out this way. Whoop. I skipped over that. She's having a grand old time now. Grand old time over at the counter. She really conducts herself disgracefully sometimes. I should be used to it by now, but... So obviously, the reason she knew about them making beer is it's not uncommon for her to come here. The key to being a successful merchant is knowing what the other party wants. Okay. Old man teaching the young. And that already makes me feel just at home. Being like, this story's got nothing to do with me. Goodness, I'm yawning already. Something about JRPGs put me to sleep. But not in a bad way, just... I get comfortable.
Nothing hits the spot quite like a cold beer.
Why was this like... Why is there so many people who are meant to be in a responsible... Who are meant... Let me think about this for 12 seconds. Why are so many people who are in positions of responsibility over youth are drunkards? Like, honestly, Instructor Sarah reminds me of Misato from Evangelion.
She looks like she's having the time of her life.
How many pints has she downed already? It's not even noon.
Oh, you kids are still here? I'll just be hanging back and enjoying myself, so go on ahead and get started. Don't mind me.
We have questions for you, though. What's with these field study tasks?
I'm glad they're not as difficult as I was expecting, but they're just so...
Well, it makes sense you'd have some doubts.
Sorry guys, I got distracted for 2 seconds. My phone went off twice, and with the uploaded YouTube videos, I gotta be a little aware of it. Because the last one only finished about an hour ago. But they are all up now, again. Get the Mark Frost from YouTube. I shouldn't do that. There's nothing there but previous streams, and watching a previous stream is as good as being in a stream.
You only need to do the ones it says are required, though. Feel free to just ignore the rest if you want. I don't care. It's up to you how much or how little you want to do.
Stop being so irresponsible and...
Wait. These kinds of decisions are as much a part of our field study as the tasks themselves.
Oh, what?
What do you mean?
You have 2 days. Trista isn't far from here, so you'll be returning to the academy tomorrow evening. Until then, you can spend your time here however the 4 of you see fit.
You know what? This is actually a cool idea, though. They make sure you go. They give you a bunch of places to go, but you always come back to your central hub. So you gotta make, on top of doing your best with the quest and that, you also have to make the best use of your time here, where you have access to probably items, which some you'll probably have access to as the game continues, but some that you probably won't be able to gain access to a new game.
Every decision rests on your shoulders. I won't be forcing you to do a thing.
Okay, so what's up? You have this look in your eyes like you've pieced something together. Well... Right, voices. One second. Does this relate in some way to our free day this past week? Specifically, to your activities during that time? Oh... Yeah, now that you mention it, exactly. I spent the free day doing various tasks on behalf of the student council. And while one of them did involve going back into that old schoolhouse, the rest were simple requests for assistance from the locals. In other words, exactly what we're being asked to do here. And by the time I left, I felt like I learned a lot about Trista and the academy. I think we're being given similar tasks here for a similar reason. That would definitely make sense. Sorry, the word similar in that used twice in that same sentence hits the ear wrong for me. I mean, all we know about Seldic is what I've read. All I know about Seldic is what I've read. It probably helps that we can learn by actually coming here and helping people out like this. Indeed, the land of Erebonia is quite vast. This might be an invaluable opportunity to gather local knowledge that we may otherwise never have. God, Lord, I'm not good at this, especially with her because she uses the longer words, and it's hard for me to use big words when I'm not the one who's intending on saying them. You know what I mean? It's like, if I'm thinking about what I'm saying, I can say a big word like disestablishment terrorism and not even think about how I said it. But whenever I'm reading, it's like, well, shit. So whatever various and sundry things Instructor Sarah may have planned for us, I say we just work our way down the list while immersing ourselves in Celtic culture, taking in as much as we can. Sounds good. Count me in. It sounds pretty exciting when you put it that way. Shall we depart then? During field study... it's field... No, I wrote field study in the title. Oh, that's good. The party is assigned a variety of tasks to complete, much like on Marine's free days. Details of these tasks can be confirmed via the quest tab in the notebook. When all tasks with a required marker are complete, the story will advance. Note, however, any quest with a short time limit will come invalid when this happens.
It's my turn.
Right!
Wrong one.
I've got this!
There we go. So we had... For the common cold was the option. And that's Father Zebrel, so... Church. So we'll start at the church and span out from there. Anyone in here? It's a nun. Sister Olive. The Serpentine Church offers simple treatment to those who suffer from injury free of charge. It's particularly high demand in Celtic due to all the farms in the region. It's unusual for farmers to get injured. After all, it's almost part of the job description. You know, that makes sense. Especially in a world where monsters exist. Old lady mole bites. I had my leg while farming, so I came along to get some medicine. This medicine really does the trick. I bet it's because he praised the Eidos while making it. They're really hammering, because they haven't really the church has presence, I will give it that. But it's not like the church has been an important thing. There's just been a church. There's a church in Trista and there's a church here, and people have talked about having belief. But it's like real life. Some people put stock in religion, some people don't. And I like that. Excuse me, are you Father Zerubel? That's correct. And you would be... Oh, I see. You must be the students who will be helping with my request. That's us! We came from the Force Military Academy. I suspected as much. Thank you for taking the time to come and speak with me. I'd like to request you collect the ingredients I need to make some medicine. Do you have the time to do this request for me? Yep, we're ready to help. My thanks. Can I ask, what sort of medicine are these ingredients? What sort of medicine these Can I ask what sort of We're just gonna skip, because I'm very bad today. It's essentially a medicine. It's essentially a medicine to deal with the common cold by strengthening the body's immune system. Many people tend to catch it during the spring and fall, when the temperature switches to hot and cold, you see. This is why I ended up running out in the first place. That makes sense. We've really had to rely on the church for medicine a bunch of times. I've had to rely on the church for medicine a bunch of times. Definitely made my life easier. Agreed. We owe much to the vast amount of medical knowledge the church possesses. We really do, even since modern pharmaceuticals still can't compare to it. First, the medical plan. Okay. Go to the drugstore, get some imperial carrots, get some bear paw. Shit. Now we're good. Okay, let's do it. That was an interesting tidbit, though. So the world, while it's in a more technological state, medicine, like pharmaceuticals, are still not at the point where they can produce a really good cat. Where they can... I'm using weirdly small words today. They're not in a state where they can produce decent medicine, if you will. You know what, let's go into the bazaar. Because, I mean, look at this. This is still... It's like a farmer's market, I guess it's the modern equivalent. Which also makes sense, considering it's all farmland out here. Wow, look at all the people here. Yeah, it's really bustling. I guess there's a reason people from all over visit it. Hey, look over there! Someone's even performing. I could see myself spending hours here. I see no harm in taking this opportunity to shop, as long as it's done in the process of completing our field study task. Yeah, it would be a waste not to see what all this town has to offer. I feel like what shouldn't be there? It should be to see all this town has to offer. We'll just have to make sure not to get carried away. Again, since the story doesn't progress unless you require quests, that's fine. Huh. Red Sphinx. Nothing mind-blowing, but it could be useful depending on what we face. I heard this. Oh my apologies, champ. My own business is in Crossbell, so I even have some Eastern spices here. Crossbell's annual festival was held recently. So... Wait. Crossbell's Isn't the festival in Crossbell part of the Crossbell arc? Because I've seen that, I suggest if you're not a fan of this series, and I'm not a super fan, Cold Steel is the most recent in the timeline compared to the previous games, but Crossbell takes place very close to it in terms of its internal timeline. Drink some water. So, if the annual festival happened recently, could Crossbell's timeline be crossing over with this one right now? Erebonias. Visiting such places, yep, nobles. Going farther on its boring trip seems to be worth it. Yeah, I mean, there must be things for everyone. Hey there, but I'm still setting up shop. I had a bit of issue getting stuff sorted out, but it's cool. Got the spot right in front. It is a good spot. You can see it literally while walking down. Hey, what? You wouldn't happen to be from Foz, would ye? I have no idea how to pronounce that. Yes, I knew it. My daughter started there this year too, you see. Her name's Becky. Wee chubby child whose head's always in the cloud thinking about Mira. We talked to her, Becky, I think. But well, do try to get along with Way her? We're gonna go to Google and I'm gonna try to figure out what this accent is. Yeah, it's way. That's obviously a stand-in for width. Get along with her. If you ever spot her at the academy. Will do. Good luck with your sales. Well, the goods are from here. Ooh. We already own everything here, but that's still cool. Yeah, at least have 3 copies. Oh, right. Did I try cooking with any of the top teammates we currently have? I think I got the recipes in the book. Right, no, because it's Emma who does that recipe better. What would be a good present for my wife? It's always hard to choose when there's so much available. True that, it's hard to find presents for people you like.
Wow, check out all these stalls!
I genuinely, not just because I don't like doing all this voicing myself, the voice actors are so good. There's a good choice, I like how they sound. I wish more of the game was voiced. Old Man Flint, welcome. Anything specific you're looking for? Oh, right. I was thinking, why is there a marker here? Right, we picked up the medicine quest. We're actually here on behalf of Father Zibble, actually. He asked us to come here and collect a bear claw from you. Oh, is that so? There you go. Here you go, then. Bear claw. Thank you, sir. I'm surprised how thorny it is, though, considering it's a medical herb. Its resemblance to a bear's claw is where it gets its name from, after all. I'm related, but my supply happens to come from Liberal? They were flown in to Helmdal, I guess is technically more close? Heimdall? Where I had them sent along. Do they have They have some sort of flying method. Planes or airship? I suggest both because this world has a weird level of magic and fantasy to it. Well, really? That goes to show how much of a big deal this market is. Yeah, there's really a bunch of unusual stuff here. The market's popularity is well justified. Well then. We should make our way to the farmhouse on the Western Highway next. Yeah, let's get this over with quickly. You actually sell ingredients? So we sell stuff. It's mostly curative items. Might be useful, but not at this moment. Merchant Tommy! Orbital stuff, so... Oh, books. Also collect them. Grabbing on one of these tomatoes. Hoffman. Oh, they're toys. Sitting Milshi. Picard plus. I like that everything is an equipable item or a usable item in some way, even if it doesn't technically make sense. Get this one because we can actually just improve Alice's stats with that.
Mishi? I admit it has a certain charm.
I like that. I even bought something and it's like, yeah, let's comment on that. Well, not just bought, but like open a shop menu. Hotel badge. Michi. Flush. Prevents blind, which is good in her case, and prevents sleep, which is good in her case. Prevents poison, that's just useful. Busy after buying so much, take a break. Students, lively, feel free. I like this. I would love to visit like one of those towns that's still like, it's modern now, like people live with modern amenities, but there are still places like this where they have like a proper and permanent fruit stall, like fruit market or something. Because I'm sure where I live there are some, but it's not permanent. Wind did blow across my face. It soothed my sorrow with its warmth. I've heard a song like this before, but I like it. It sounds almost like an improvised ballad. Hello, are you interested in my music perhaps? Sorry about that, I didn't mean to bother you. Worry not, for you seem to be someone who is smiled upon by music, much like myself. We create beautiful melody. Okay, he's a hippie. We create beautiful melodies simply by walking, our singing causes tears of joy, and we summon birds with mere whistles. I assume these experiences are less common for you. I think that's a bit of a stretch. So he's an odd one, to say the least. I guess he's traveling, I guess he is traveling performer? Merchant Luce. The honey from the lotus seems to match your image. Honey's taste varies by the season and year. You'll never taste the same kind twice. Which means as soon as you feel the urge to buy some, you should buy some right away. Wow. That wasn't a hard attempt to make you buy. I've got some, but I'll make that an even 10. Squaro. Here I am gaining information. Baroque. Accessories. Burn, petrify, and freeze. We're low on Mira, so we actually won't purchase anything super expensive. Bertha. I got a beer. Yeah. When I saw that it was not... Yeah. These are just topic ones. We find various spring-related goods around. We're currently on the spring market. I myself have high-quality lace-based fabrics, cashmere shawls, and all sorts of things. They're a bit pricey, but I won't charge you for window shopping. So we're in the spring market, yeah.
Oh, the lace at that stall has a really pretty design.
Huh. Little things. Not getting a free book while I was shopping earlier. Already got so much carry out of it is, though. Oh well, it's fine, you can have it. Red Moon Rose. Chapter 2. Wait, am I on the lookout for specific books too? How do I check books again? It's...
I can do this.
Of course.
I've got this!
Books. Because I picked this one up somewhere else too, didn't I? Goodness, there's a lot of background. We may go through that someday. Maybe on a really, really low energy stream. I didn't miss any NPCs while I'm going through. I'm sure things will change when the story progresses again. No, tourists. But in the meantime... I love the fact that there's an official speed up button in this, because this is definitely on some level an emulation. He sells the paper, which I already have. I'm sorry, I'm such a child when I see things like that. Weathercock Inn. Arms and Orbital Factory. Odivin. Yep. Oh, what do we got here? You all students, it happens to be our guardhouse. Do you have any business? Take your leave. Cool. Yeah, drunk dude. I mean, I guess that was to be expected when you've got a beer production facility in your town, that someone would be a drunk in the end. That mustache, uniform. Let's try for... I'm not gonna try to stick to NPCs too much unless they've made it very clear they're going to reappear. Who might you be? Ugh. I don't recall seeing any of you around here before. Do you have some form of identification? Soldiers? Wait, I think I recognize those uniforms. We're students from Ford's Military Academy. We're currently visiting Celtic as part of a field study. Fours? You mean the Fours? Now that you mention it, I do recognize that emblem. My apologies for the rudeness. We're members of the Cruzan Provisional Army. Our main duty is to keep the peace in Celtic. Provisional Army? Isn't that... They're military force. Their military force... that would have been better spelled out. They are the military force operated by the ruling lord in each province, charged with maintaining security. They function as a separate unit, separate from the formal army. I've never heard of this field study program at Fours. Still seems a little early in the year for something like that too. But many graduates of your academy serve in our ranks. So be sure to uphold the academy's good name. Don't do anything you shouldn't. Thank you very much. We'll be sure not to let you down. I'm glad to hear it. Now, take care now, and keep your nose clean. We will. That concludes the patrol. Back to the guardhouse, men. Yes, sir. Man, he was scary. If they're the cruiser and provisional army, doesn't that mean they're ruled by, yep, how do you pronounce it? Eustace? Eustace's family, the Galabreas. Celtic is in the north part of their territory after all. Northern part of their territory after all. I think it would be best for us to keep out of their way. We should return to the task at hand. The other group went in the reversed area, so Eustace is way out of his territory, which I must imagine was intentional.
All these windmills sure make the town feel pretty laid back.
True. This scenery is surprisingly relaxing.
Once again, I love the voice acting. It's these little tidbits like that.
Now's our chance. Let's get
Triple
him.
advantage.
Go.
This thing's gonna be a magic.
Fire!
Yeah.
Of course.
Is everybody
There we go.
okay?
The advantage is ours.
My turn.
It's my turn.
My turn.
Oh, we're not linked. I think these two.
Right.
I don't think these two.
Shatter.
Oh.
You still have them.
Okay. So Laura packs a lot of damage. What's this way? Treasure chest! 100 different of these seraph things. Keep following this, we'll wind back up in Trista. So you can't go more that way. I will say, it's a little tricky having to navigate a map.
Is that a
so-
treasure?
Enemy sighted. Take him out. Here we go.
Without any... If anyone's played Final Fantasy X, and to be fair, if you haven't, I'm worried that you haven't experienced much. Because it is a...
Turn
10
to
is a great game,
flames!
but it's the same thing. The maps in Final Fantasy X
My
are
turn.
real basic, so you have to make out what the movement must be based off,
Arcus activate.
My turn.
the map's general shape.
Behold, my most powerful strike.
So she starts with
Radiant blade dance.
one of these skills. Okay, that was cool. That was really cool.
My turn.
Right.
It's my turn.
What's this? Oh, it just increases your EP. Let me give you information, Alyssa. What does this give him? Aqua Blade. Gets Firebolt by nature. And let's turn off her strength and add Seal. She's already pretty naturally strong.
Now's our chance.
Go! Go!
An opening!
Right.
Right! We should keep going.
Okay, we pretty much had a look around.
Now's our chance. Let's get him.
Oh, bugs.
Here we go.
It's gonna be a pain, ain't it?
Now's our chance.
An opening!
It's my turn. Go!
I'll bet you up!
Right!
Go!
Of course! We should keep going.
Again, speed up's really useful. I swear these screens would probably be longer if I didn't have the speed up option available all the time. At the very least.
Now's our chance. Let's get him. Here we go.
My turn!
Blue Lullaby.
It's my turn. Go!
I'll bet you up!
Of course! We should keep going.
This party's actually quite solid.
Enemies ahead! We'll have to
Go!
fight!
Go!
An opening! Of course!
I can do this.
Too slow. Go! Go!
An opening! Your swordsmanship gets better with every battle.
And I've got a way to go to get to your level.
I love it when you end with a double team attack because it's just like they actually talk to each other.
I did it!
All right!
Detector can be used. Analyzes an enemy, making it easy to unbalance them. Oh, is that ever an
Oh, a
unbalance
trigger chest!
mechanic? Aqua Blade. I need to remember to destroy things in the world. There's the house. Oh.
Is this a farmhouse?
Yeah, sorry, I probably started just out there. Oh goodness. And here come the stream bots. Because of course. Yep. When it pours, it rains, and that's my mouse. Wrong mouse. Oh goodness, it got dark. There was a light out when I started the stream. It's now dark, and I don't want to take off my headphones and turn on the light across the room. We'll just stream in darkness for a while. We might take a break and play a different game later on. But we'll see. Just to have some variety. I can't stop doing the laundry anymore. The harvest period can't. I feel that. I have trouble doing laundry now. Part of it is just like getting it done because you gotta wash it, and then thankfully in the because obviously they don't have a washing machine, so they gotta do it by hand. But you gotta wash it, and then you gotta hang out to dry, and then you need to remember to bring it back in. And with all the weather lately, I've just neglected it because I'm worried I'm just gonna ran out. Or I go to the local laundromat. Because there is a laundromat near me. And it's like $6 to get a industrial dryer. That's right, who might you be? That's not even close to Texan. Get the carrots. Imperial carrots. Actually, rare enough, people get them. People present them to the imperial family as gifts. They said they have medical properties on top of being nutritious too. So be careful. That's nuts. That's nuts, bro. That is insane that the item is considered rare.
I wonder where we are.
Nature Park.
It says Lunaria Nature Park.
Lunaria Nature Park. What's up here? Like actually, and specifically. This area kind of seems different from anywhere else we've been so far. Lunaria Nature Park, huh? Seems a lot less like a park and more like a forest. It really does feel a little out of place, sitting smack dab in the middle of farmland as far as I can see. But it's kind of like how the Amazon is lately, you know, with more and more parks being out there. It may have had some religious significance in ages past. Perhaps it was a place where the animist of ancient times chose to enshrine the spirits of the forest. There's a place much like that in my hometown. Oh yeah, there's one in mine too. Who are you? What are you doing here? We're travelers merely passing through. And who might you be? We're the park rangers here. As you can see, the park is off limits right now. So I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Off limits? Is the construction work going on or something? Something like that, yeah. That's besides the point. It's off limits, so get lost. We got things that there either this is a red herring or there's something not good happening here for them to be so curt. Are they using the same model as the guys in the army? But like dressed, cause see their hair sits the same way. As uncouth as their warning might be, we should still turn back. If this area is indeed off limits, we're trespassing. Yeah, it's not like we have any urgent business here or anything. Sorry, I just listened to the stream because with the delay I can tell if my voice is a bit quiet. Seems fine for the stream. I just worry that it'll be too quiet when it goes into archive. Good point. Come on, let's go. Although I must admit, something about this still feels off. Yeah. It was the second they told us to basically screw off. Because they did it rudely, and it's like, sure. But also, why is it so important that we leave so quickly? We're not even inside the land, at least. How long does it take? Yeah, there we go. So it's back away. Get rid of everything we can from here. Ah, bug. Oh, right, there was a house here that we can enter for some reason. Let's take a look. Hello, kid. My sister moved away a while ago. She said she was going to school. I kept sending her letters, but I never get any back. I wonder who she's dating now. Alright, I wanted to check if we, met that dude's kid. Yeah, Becky. A budding merchant is always looking for new ways to make a profit. I love all the 2D art they've done in the book, by the way, it's just fun. Be students from Floor's Military Academy, would you? Uniforms are different from my daughter's though. We happen to be from a special class. I've seen that makes you the mother of one of our fellow students. That's correct, she enrolled this year. She left in high spirits about how she was going to go off and see the world. Oh, Becky, oh, this is more of Becky's family. That's ironic considering we just checked it. That explains why she's a merchant though, at heart. Because she's from the trade capital, essentially. Market manager's house. Hello, ma'am. If you're looking for Otto, he's currently at Bahar Berahad to the south. There's some important business to take care of over there, you see. I hope everything goes well. Okay, so the guy who manages the market is out right now. Cool. No doubt. Can I get back into the station? Nope. Hello, sir. Merchant Hines. Finally ready to set up shop. Bit delayed, but it's not an issue. A choice spot like this means way better sales. I expected to rake in a profit. Let's go into this arms and orbital factory. I'm surprised that modern arms are being made out here. Oh, I take it that you're those students that the market manager was talking about? Feel free to look at my wares. They might not compare to what you get in bigger smithies, but they should be handy either way. Shop, please. Lose speed, gain strength. Though the whole argument's moot because we don't have Mira. Trade in the masses. Now we have 4,000. Whoop, I don't want two of those. Yeah, the girls' weapons seem to be a direct one-to-one. The boys' weapons, not as much. We seem to lose something in switching weapons to gain strength. Tell you what, I'm getting hit by a lot of bots lately when I start streaming. Just want to bring that up now that I'm looking at my own chat. And today, with uploading, there's been a lot of bots that have auto-done stuff onto my stream. You happen to be a student from Fours, would you? That's correct. We're here regarding your request. It involves replacing an ornament lamp on the an ornament light in a road lamp on the highway, right? Can we ask for details? Let's get to it. As you read, one of the lamps on the western highway stopped working the other day. And the cause of that is the ornament light inside it breaking. So basically, I want you to go switch the broken light for a new one. I'm not going to say ornament every time. Because it's essentially switch a light bulb. Windmill near... Oh, the one I tried to cut earlier. B-2. Remembering the code. 4665105. 466515. I can remember that. You said the west, right? So yeah, the way we didn't go, the way we went earlier, I mean.
Come on then!
My turn! Analyzing enemy... Fool! Fool!
It's my turn! Now!
I'll pick you up!
Of course. Shatter!
We can't kill a few of these
Go!
right away now.
Take this! This looks bad.
Go! Go!
And open!
There we go.
Your swordsmanship gets
Well,
better
I've got a
with
way to
every
go to
battle.
get to your level.
That last fight actually took a bit out of us. So... This one? Yeah.
Ooh, this looks like a good spot.
This one. Oh yeah, the light's actually out, I think. Or is it 466515? 66515. First try! GG! Easy! The process take longer. Pretty simple procedure. So wasn't being haggard by monsters the whole time anyway. Still, good job. I guess that's a wrap. Yep, now we just need to report to Samus. Seamus? Samus? I don't know. We got the broken light back. Now I'm going to repeat a piece of advice I got starting this game. Which was, when the game moves forward, even if it's just a bit, you want to talk to pretty much everyone all the time. Because there's secrets in everything. Might stop at the inn and heal up, but while we're at it. One gets to travel around as part of the curriculum. On a nice trip together, but drag you around for reasons you don't want. Please move. We'd like to rest. There we go, we're back. We'll drop off the medicine first. I see you return with the ingredients. We have. Here you are, Father. Please, accept my thanks. Now I can get back to making the medicine. I'd like you to accept these as well, as tokens of my appreciation. Some bombs. That felt good. Ah, kids. Alright. Next we wanna go, we wanna go to the factory now to report the next one. Hey there. I take it the job's done? It is. Allow us to give you a detailed report on it too. Green explains. We have an augment light here too. fixed up so it can be used again. We're really glad you're all safe after dealing with those monsters, though. You were hardly a threat. We did take the request knowing it was dangerous. You military academy kids are a tough group. Oh yeah, can't forget to give you your reward now, can I? Detection. There's another quest done. I don't see where the third one is. What was it? Quest. Eastern Highway. Oh, the one way we haven't gone yet.
This would be a really tranquil area, if not for the monsters.
Yeah, let's be careful.
Come on, I can do this.
I don't get any additional
Right!
aspects for doing that. I don't get a chance to take advantage.
Go!
Of course.
I'm a breaker.
My turn!
It's my turn.
Right!
Of course.
Go! Okay.
Nicely done.
Busted arrow. New skill, that's cool. Pulling spray. AP charge.
I welcome all
My turn!
Autumn leaf cutter.
My turn.
Armor breaker.
Off guard.
Right.
What's arrow? Fires blasted arrow in the air, healing allies. Oh, she's got a curative ability.
Go.
I'll pick you up! Right! Let's go!
I got you.
Take this! Oh.
Okay, that was pretty good. But also, oh, fishing, right. We should keep an eye out for bodies of water. I don't think I saw any here. I need to remember I can.
I welcome all
I can do this.
You have my thanks.
My turn!
Here we go!
Right!
Here we go! Okay, safe for now.
It's a treasure chest.
Oh, over here.
I welcome all
before I could get
Right.
the jump.
Go.
I'll pick you up!
Go!
My turn!
My turn. We should keep. Is that a treasure chest?
Now's our chance! We can do this!
And a leaf cutter. Ooh, lullaby.
Right.
My turn.
Go! That's that.
That must be the fawn that put out the monster extermination. Okay, so I can't go ahead and do whatever I want.
Wow, this farmhouse is huge.
Oh, look at the cows!
Ow. Cowabunga. cows stink. Harvesting crops is exhausting. Farm work is just the worst. Someone who doesn't like their lot in life. Same. Joke. Doing well at least. What brings you here? Looking for Granddad, he's inside. Is there someone else here? Very saw a third person. Or is it just a lot of chickens? Wow. Yeah, it was just a bunch of chickens. Hey kiddo. There's a real scary monster that shows up near the highway. I hear it in the middle of the night too. Now I'm scared to sleep by myself at night. Oh, poor kid. Hello, would you happen to be Zero? We're here to take care of the monster that's been causing issues. As such, we'd like some further details on it. Oh, you are? I'm the man you're looking for then. Well, I did know that it would be students taking care of it. I wasn't aware you had young ladies in your company. The rest of you are younger than I expected too. Perhaps my request is too dangerous for you after all. Thank you for your concern. However, there's no need to worry. All of us here have combat experience already. Indeed. This all serves to be part of my training too. So please allow us to undertake the request. Well, if you insist. You come across a plateau here. A plateau of sorts, if you proceed beyond here. That's where the monster tends to appear. It's really a ferocious one. So much so that passing the area is impossible, as it attacks everything it sees. Do take extra care when approaching it. Right. Being careless one doesn't seem like an option. We'll have to be thoroughly prepared for it. Allow us to make our way there once we've made our preparations complete. Yeah, let's give this everything we've got. So obviously our boss or a mid-boss is coming. Oh, she gave me whole juice.
I can do this.
My turn.
I've got this!
It's a Machias specialty.
I'll do what I can.
Well, let's cook it up anyway. Oh, we can also cook up
Alright, let's get
Alyssa's
started.
version, which is apparently terrible.
What is this?
Yellow liquid? How do you screw up juice? I need starberries though. I think there was some in the bazaar. We'll grab some when we come back around. Oh, boxes. Antidote. Train! That's cool. I'm sure that's just a simple script.
Transcontinental Railroad, huh? Guess that'll take you out of the country.
Yeah, if you keep on heading east, you'd eventually reach Gorelia Fortress.
Yeah, makes sense. Border, fortress, border fortress. No items. HP, HP1. If we continue from here, we'll eventually... If we continue traveling south from here, we'll eventually reach Berahad. That's pretty far out of our study area, though. We should turn back.
Enemy sighted!
That's not good.
It's my turn.
You have my thanks. Right.
Go! Go!
An opening.
Go!
I can do this. That takes care of them.
sighted! My turn! Alright!
Motivation. So arrow.
You have my thing.
Thanks. Arcus.
Thanks!
Right.
S-Craft. Destroys them.
Go!
My turn.
Sector.
Right! Turn now!
I'll bed you up.
My turn!
Of course.
You know what? I kind of just
My turn.
want to see.
It's my turn! Turn. That's
I wanted to see them do a combo. And finish off with that. Bring in any of these.
It's my
It's like
turn!
playing Neptunia, frankly.
Fire!
How far does that arrow go?
Fire!
Oh, it actually goes distance. That might make Alyssa a really useful character to use. It's a lizard. Yep. Turn its back.
This
Yeah.
looks tough. Careful. My turn.
Sounding beat.
Give it up, everyone.
Oh,
My
that,
turn.
that was actually a really good choice.
Alright! Let
Pack up. We're gonna use some S&T
Right.
tactics, which is buff yourself until you can't.
Arcus, activate.
I can do this!
Blast arrow.
You have my thing.
Thanks.
Oh, it's got a lot of health.
Right.
Protector.
Analyzing.
go!
Run him away from
I can do this! Turn to...
Vanguard.
Go!
I'll bed you up.
Go!
To the side. Blue Lullaby.
Right!
Flamebird.
Now!
I'll bed you up.
Go!
Of course.
Again.
Now.
Go!
Right.
Here we go! Now's a
An
chance!
opening.
I can do this!
My turn! Now's a chance!
An opening. Of course. Now.
Gotcha!
And where's that?
Right!
Whoop, I used. Yeah. Oh. CP. I forgot these things
did
take
it.
a lot.
I
Oh,
did
that they
it!
even had experience.
I did it.
Not bad.
Earth Cleaver. Oh, Vel. Hey, Vel. Yeah, this is Trails of Cold Steel. It's part of the Trails franchise. This would be in the West. Very big franchise. You finally caught one of the streams, Vel. I'm guessing your Sea of Thieves stream did it pan out? Ah, that's unfortunate. Well, it's better to be immersed in study. Especially with you and Wolf. That's true. You'll be on schedule again. Plus it works for me because my schedule is every other day to you, because I'm Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays normally, so it's good when we don't share on the same day, because I get a chance to watch your streams too. Something wrong, Laura? No, it's nothing. Let's go. Okay. I realized I was just clicking X. I know, right?
Right, of course.
Here we go!
We have such complimentary ones when it comes to having a full week of streaming for someone, like, let's say, Anne-Marie. Oh, but... yeah, no. But it means one of us has to go off schedule if we want to collab or something. But that doesn't happen too often, since I think it's mostly Final Fantasy. Oh ho! I assume you're taking care of that monster. That's correct. Thank goodness. Thank you so much. Now we can finally begin harvesting again. I'll have to let my family know right away. Honestly, I think you should. It's not... You should do some Nordic below zero, because it's always fun to play something you like. Like, I made this apparent on my first stream of this game, that, I've already played this game to, I think about this point, but I don't remember a lot of it, but I knew I had fun. Hades is so good. My first ever stream was Hades, Val. It's a fun game you can just play on stream, and you don't really have to think about it. But it has so much in it, and it's just... the design. Mwah! It is. You've never played a roguelike? It's not too hard, you just keep hitting your head against a brick wall. Peak design. Would be more quicker to make a request to the provisional army instead. Well, it's admitted. What is with me today? I can't say things when I have to read lines. Well, it's admittedly close, but this area and Celdic. I need to remember the word. It's Cell and Dick. Celdic. As a whole, really, is on the very edge of the Cruzan province. As such, the Provisional Army isn't very interested in aiding us. Yeah, I kind of gathered that, because earlier on in a cutscene, they showed us the guy who's kind of in charge, and he seems like kind of a... what's the word? A dick. This is why all my streams have a mature content warning. I don't mind. I try to not swear or say something crass, but it's fun when I can. Yeah, it's not too hard believing their attitudes earlier. That certainly doesn't sit well with me. Probably shouldn't say any more on the matter. However, I do owe you all a reward for this. Please, take these. I get 10 fresh eggs, starberries, and honey syrup. Coarse rock salt. We got ingredients for days. Well, of course, we got enough to last us here as it is. After all your help, it's the least that I can do. Hope you enjoy them. These look great, thank you. You don't get much fresher than this. I'm looking forward to digging in. I'm rather envious you have the opportunity to eat such delicious food every day. That's one of the benefits of being a farmer, not a father. Being a father, I assume, means you have a lot of food. You got to make a lot of tasty food for a smaller human. Fortunately, it's not all good. Things have been getting tougher. Seeing how goods are being imported so cheaply nowadays. Wasn't aware of that. Importing has become a much easier task thanks to the transcontinental railroad and international flights. Furthermore, more and more goods can be legally imported as a result of the rising population. Cheaper ingredients. Yeah, again, this will... Alright, Val, you enjoy lurking. You can listen to me go on weird tangents at times. Regardless, you all have my thanks for today. Though thank you for being here. It's always good to have someone in chat. Regardless, you all have my thanks for today. Now we can move on to harvesting without worries. Allow us to thank you too. We're actually learning a lot from this request. Feel free to get in touch should anything else come up. Quest cleared. And that's all the quests we were provided for the first day of this field study. Mandatory task, but I'm pooped. I've driven the highways to Yusimake. Hometown's in the countryside too, so I'm kinda used to this. Of all the training Laura does, I imagine this is nothing for her. Indeed, I find this level of exercise to be quite manageable. However... What is it? No, I'm sure it's nothing. I believe we should return to the inn now, should we not? Yeah, let's. I'm guessing Instructor Sarah is still there, probably getting beers. To report to her, you can also ask a bit more about the purpose behind these field studies. That would be definitely good to know. She hasn't told us anything about what's happening tomorrow either. Alright, let's head back into town. Thank you, Turbo Mode, for making this easier. And we're back in town. Oh, the NPCs have moved. The kid who's hidden the notepad. And this kid's mediating. That's interesting. The very fact that I finished the mandatory quest changed how things are. Don't give crap. The one paid. There's probably gaps in there, but I'm just gonna say it right up. What's going on? It sounds like something's happening over at the market. I have no clue if my voice sounds any different when it's actually recorded. You know what? I'm gonna quickly listen to the stream. It sounds like something's happening at the market. There seems to be some matter of dispute occurring. Oh no, my mic picks me up fine. Always a doubt I have, that I just sound the same level of bored, despite how I'm actually feeling. I wonder what's up. Should we take a look? Yeah, let's go and see. Even the tourists who are at the entrance are gone. I guess they're trying to represent that now we're moving into midday from morning. Don't give me that crap. This is my spot. I paid for it, so it's mine. I'm the one who paid for this spot. Look, I even got a permit for it. So stop lying to me and vamoose. Why can I do shouting without stepping over my lines? Over the line. May I ask what the problem is? I'm not giving Reen an accent. What am I doing? May I ask what the problem is? Perhaps we can help in some way. There seems to be a question on which of these two gentlemen gets control of this area to set up his stall. The young merchants are local, while the merchant wearing the suits from the capital. So they're both claiming the same spot. How odd. Permits for the market are issued by the province's ruling lord. So for Sedik, it would be the Kuzran, I believe. This isn't good. We must stop them. Laura and Reed. The sword wielders are the strongest, so let them manhandle the people. I'm not sure what's going on here, but violence isn't going to solve anything. You two need to calm yourselves. You've worked yourself into a rage. Ugh. Bah! What are you, high schoolers? This has nothing to do with you meddling kids. We're having a mature discussion here. I'll thank you not to interfere. Since when has grabbing a person by the neck ever been considered mature? If you truly intend to have a mature discussion, perhaps you should try acting more like adults. What did you say to me? We're students from Ford's Military Academy. We're currently visiting this town on a field study. And while we're not former members of the army, I'm afraid we cannot simply walk away and ignore a fight in such a public place. A military academy? Ugh, so there are a bunch of soldiers in training. What in Eldios's name is happening here? Oh, dapper man. Oh, look now what you've done. Manager Oto. I've been filled in on what happened. I understand both of you have a parent for the same stall, is that correct? Yeah. And both parents expire at the same time. What is the meaning of this? I understand your concerns, but fighting over it here is greatly inconveniencing the other customers. I'd be happy to discuss the matter in private. But I'll need both of you to put your differences aside until it's resolved. Okay. I guess. Well, that was a close one. Seems like everything's gonna be fine now, though. Yeah, I guess he's the guy in charge. I appreciate you for stepping in to help defuse the situation. Although I should expect no less from the infamous Class 7. We've heard much about you. Oh? How do you know about Class 7? My name is Otto. I'm the manager of the Aesthetics Grand Market. I'll have some things to discuss with you, if you'd be so kind to come along. I'll treat you to some tea. You can always trust a man who offers you tea, unless he looks shady. Then assume he poisoned or drugged your tea. Oh, it's afternoon now, like properly. The local merchant had for the backstory. I thought it was weird that they... I get that the game's was originally made for the Vita, but it seemed weird that there were two stalls that looked identical. Poor local boy, but what do you expect? So you're responsible for choosing our assignments. So this is where all the local assignments are coming from. I guess his closest string is to the mayor. Indeed, Principal Van Dyke is an old friend of mine, you see. He asked me personally to select a few tasks that you might be able to complete. Well, that was nice of him. We appreciate your consideration as well. Oh, it was no trouble at all. Likewise, I'm grateful to you for taking some troublesome tasks off my hands. And I can't thank you enough for the help at the market. If you hadn't been there, I imagine someone would have wound up getting hurt. I'm just glad we got there when we did. I fall into accents. Like, I get into this polite accent and I stick with it when I go to any voice that isn't in that accent. So the merchants will be taking turns using the same stall out front into the market. Ah. So one's got some time between the expiration to switch. Fair enough. That's right, both permits are genuine, but the merchandise and temperaments don't lend themselves to sharing a space. Eventually, they agreed to compromise where they would make use of the stall on alternative weeks. The other stall we reserved is near the back of the market, however, so whoever relegates there will likely see lower sales numbers. That's better than nothing, but I guess, but it's still really unfortunate. I must admit, I find this whole matter perplexing. To my knowledge, the issuing of market permits is the sole responsibility of each province's ruling lord. For such a mistake to be made in the first place raises some rather unpleasant questions. It's true. It's a lord's duty to control the flow of goods. If he can't handle it, the local economy could really suffer. Quite so. Ordinarily, the responsibility would fall upon the Duke's household. The Duke? The Curzon province is ruled by Duke Alabrea, one of the most powerful nobles in the entire country. But lately, the situation around the Duke's household is getting a bit complicated. Complicated? A few months ago, he increased the sales tax for the market rather significantly, and with a large percentage of their profits being taken away from them, the merchants have begun to get rather desperate. Fights like the one you saw earlier are becoming more and more commonplace. I see. The sales tax, which should be raised without the sales tax is something which should not be raised without careful consideration. History has shown us how damaging such actions can be. I've never heard anything like that happening in the capital. Have you tried raising an objection to the increase? Of course. I've even gone to Berahad a number of times to petition the Duke personally, but they always drive me away without listening to a word I have to say. This has been going on for roughly 2 months now. If that's the case, the mix-up with the permits might be more than just an accident. Are you suggesting? They might be getting careless when dealing with the market, or maybe they're deliberately trying to cause problems. I don't think it's a good idea to jump to conclusions, but I will say, before all this began, the soldiers at the guard house absolutely would have intervened in a scuffle like that. Oh? Unlike the Imperial Army, the higher register, 1 second. Unlike the Imperial Army, the Province Army's main priority is to maintain the status quo throughout their territory. So maintaining arguments which mediating arguments that threaten the status quo should absolutely fall into the scopes of their duty. Correct. It seems unlikely. Unless we accept the tax increase, they intend to turn a blind eye to the market. The commanding officer at the guardhouse has even made comments suggesting as much. That's not right at all. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be discussing matters like this with you. This is strictly an internal affair, to be dealt with among us merchants. You have no reason to concern yourself with it. You need to be focused on your field study. I have a new list of tasks for you in tomorrow morning as well. You will? So you were asked to prepare some for each day of our visit then? That's right. Got a few different ones in mind too, but I'm sure you're up for them. Or at least, I hope you are. Don't worry, we are. We'll do our very best to meet your expectations. That's some interesting internal politics, though. Sorting out the problems at the Grand Market is our responsibilities. Don't worry yourself about it. More importantly, I return you... Yeah, go back to the inn. That sounds really unfair. Yeah, I agree. The provincial lords have a duty and right to decide upon and collect taxes in region-state control. So long as that remains the case, there's not really much the general populace can do to stand against them. I'm reluctant to comment on how others choose to rule their own territories, but harassing one's people seems clearly inappropriate. I've heard rumors about the current head of House Alabrea. I say Alabrea, and I always want to say La Habrea. The current head is... how do you pronounce it? Eustace's dad, right? Couldn't we ask Eustace for some help here? I doubt there's anything he can do. Among nobility, decisions made by the head of the house are absolute. And since the Albreas represent one of the 4 houses, that old tradition is absolutely guaranteed to be alive and well. The Emperor himself probably has only the Emperor himself is probably the only one with more power than the head of the 4 great houses. I guess that's a no then. Oh, what did I give Sarah's voice, the instructor? I see you're all busy mulling things over. Excellent, excellent. Even when I go in a high register, I just get a dude surfer voice. But I'm also trying not to wear out my voice because I've got to go. Oh, I'm trying to go until we've reached the end of the day at the very least, before I pack up the stream. I always make these RPG ones on the shorter end, so they're a bit more bite size. What brings you here? I figured it was about time to get going, for me to get going. Group B is not getting anything done, as expected, so I'm off to go help sort them out. What? You're going to see Group B now? The town of Parm is a considerable distance from here. Now, you let me worry about that. The 4 of you are perfectly capable of looking after yourselves anyway, right? Put your heads together and think. I'm certain you'll see what you need to do. Adios be with you, and I'll be looking forward to those reports. Such a carefree instructor. And she was drinking before noon. So obviously she while we were gone, she must have either taken a nap or she just is really good at holding down her booze. It's as if she knows exactly what's going on, even though she spent the whole day drinking at the inn. Is she reminds or something? I need to readjust everything because my back's getting sore. I don't have any back support. I suggest we return to our room and rest for the night in any case. We still have to write. We still have reports to write, so an early dinner seems wise. Yeah, you're right. I'm so tired. Me too. I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep at the dinner table without even making it to my bed. That's a mood. If it wasn't for the fact that most of my streaming workspace is my bed, I could see feeling like that. Like sitting at your table being like, oh. Yeah, some of the NPCs are even referring to it now that it's been made apparent. Yeah, so that sort of fighting is common-ish now. Good grief. Well, he's good spirit. I was expecting this rich merchant to be more of a dick, but it seems like he's kind of a dick, but he's taking it in his stride. Alright, the guy who has a daughter in our class. Alright, troops, how's it going? I have no idea what this accent is. Are you learning much? Utir? Is he meant to be Canadian? For the most part, yes. It's serving as a reminder we still have quite a ways to go. However, we have every intention of making the most out of the experience. Oh, I just realized that the chat box sometimes blocks up characters' portraits in the corner. That's what I like to hear. Actually, I'm about to get started with our evening sale, so I'll give you all a wee discount if... Wait a minute, I got a better idea. Welter idea. What might that be? Right, I know you'll all be tired after your hard day of work. Any of you fancy having a wee go at running the store for a bit? Are you sure? Oh aye, it's fine. this line of works, all the boots have all the boots having the skills to negotiate well. So it'd be some good experience for y'all. So how about it? That's certainly an interesting proposal. Try it out. If you're willing to let us do it, I don't see why not. Good to hear. Let's get started right away then. I mentioned that I was about to get started on our evening sale, didn't I? It might be a wee bit tough, but I'd like you to handle it. It does sound kind of rough. That's the idea. The idea is simple enough, at least. You need to take... You need today... All you need today is the... That's how he says today. Today is give appropriate discounts to make a sale. The amount of discount varies. Sometimes you have to talk up to half price. Half price? That's a lot. Is it even possible to make a profit doing that? It doesn't work out. It doesn't always work out, but I've even went in the red a few times thanks to it. But even then, I think is meant to be like daring. I think daring it's worthwhile. Doing it's worthwhile. Worthwhile enough to even see yourself into the red? Aye, my personal philosophy is that the amounts of sales you make are more important than how much you make. The more sales you make, the more happy customers you got. And if you got more and more customers walking away happy, your store's gonna have a good reputation. So basically, it ends up benefiting you on the long run. I see where you're coming from there. So that's nothing to say that I'm 100% correct. Oh, I meant to say how you feel about handling the store separately at different times. I'm okay with it, but any particular reason why? Well, there's no harm in competing with each other, is there? Think of each other as rivals and try as hard as you can and to win. It seems like an effective way to motivate oneself. I don't know about you guys, but sales isn't exactly my forte. I guess I'll take it as a learning experience. It does sound like fun, though. Can I ask if there's any specific guidelines when it comes to giving discounts, though? I assume the discount based on the different types of goods being sold. Aye, I split everything into fresh goods and... Okay, I'm gonna drop trying to do the accent, because I feel like this is gonna be something I need to pay attention to. Fresh goods speak for themselves, really. You want to get them sold as quickly as you can. That being said, you're free to make those up to half. Make these up. You're free to make these up to half price if it comes to it. To half price if it comes to it. Just so we can get them all sold. Processed goods will not expire like fresh ones. So there's no point in discounting it too much. You can just sell them at full price, so you can't just sell them at full price, so 20% is the max you can go. Fresh goods can reach 50, while you can only reach 20 with process. Okay. Here's hoping I remember that. Oh aye, and don't be shy to bump the prices up a wee bit. So when it's the best time, I'll leave that up to you. One can assume it all depends on how well we negotiate with each customer then. Like I said, let's get started. Who goes first? Sorry, my phone's going off for a second. I want to take a quick check beforehand. Welcome, welcome. We're currently in the middle of our evening sale. He's more of a natural than I would have guessed. Aye, he'll bring in the customer with guts like that. Well, wow, I don't think I could put myself out there like that. I'm rather worried myself. Oh, his first customer has arrived. Oh ho! Are you working here part-time? I almost thought you were a pro with a voice like that. Oh, thank you. Do you have any tomatoes? I need some for tonight's dinner, you see. We actually do have some. How many are we looking for? I think 5 should do now. Seems to be a sale going on at the moment. So what would that end up being? It's 10 mirror of tomato. I can give her up to half off because they're fresh goods. What you selling for? She wants 5. We can't sell at full price. Well, he said fresh. It's better to get fresh goods off the table. 45 is just 5. What? That's tiny. That's 5 off. And again, he said he'd rather go in the red. 35? Because that's not half. That's like 75%. So that's 25% off. Gone rather smoothly. Oh, here's another customer. Oh, noble. A sale, is it? That sounds interesting. We're offering discounts on all our goods, so feel free to have a look. I assume that applies to this wine as well? Of course. Wine doesn't fall under fresh goods, so only 20% max. What's 20% of 1,800? Now he's noble. Very obvious by his clothes. 50 is too much because it's wine's a preservative, right? As Barine already said, it's not. So this is the hard limit. It's either 800 or 900. I'm gonna push 900 for the sole reason. No, maybe 800. You know what? 900, because he looks like he might have money to be able to spend on wine. You sure you can't do better than that? You know what? You can make up that extra 20% by buying some cheese. This might go badly for me, and maybe I should have given it 30%. Interesting offer. Yes! Yes! I understand basic arithmetic. That's not the point of it, though. Not a successful sale. Seems like he's got into the swing of things. Aye. I look forward to hearing how much he sold it for. Yeah, okay, so they're not in earshot. Here's another customer. Oh, it's the girl who was walking around on the other side of the market. Also, I'm pretty sure the tourist is the guy. We saw him in the town square at the beginning when we entered this area, so that's cool. Open the line on. He left me in charge for a bit. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? Mom asked me to get stuff for dinner. How much are you selling cabbage for? I need 3, but she told me to buy some extra if they're cheap. It's 20 for cabbage. They fall under fresh goods, so... 4... Sell 4 for 56. 4 for... She's local, too. Cabbage comes under fresh, so we can go to 50% off. Which means you can sell them for 10. So 5 for 60 is actually an upcharge. 5 for 50 is half price. 6 for 60 is half price. 6 for 448 is more than half. Because I think 48 is... No, so the 4 for any amount is overcharging. Overcharge. 10, 10, undercharge. Well, if these two are technically the same, I'm gonna push. Double the amount for free? Aw. Yeah, that's not what I thought, actually. No, I already explained my thing, but that's a happy accident. I didn't think about that. Yeah, someone would go, oh, double for double for the same price? Nice. And because I guess I just underestimate the age of the character, who obviously is on the younger side. Good job, troops. We owe you thanks for giving us this opportunity to experience. This opportunity for experience. I agree, I'm sure experience like this will be handy down the line. Glad to hear it. You lot did well too, considering it was your first time. Pretty interesting to see how your personalities affect the result too. Speaking of which, how did we do in the end? Well, you had the least amount of sales out of everyone, Elliot. You did manage to make a fair amount though. But that means you didn't really offer much of a discount. You have to be more aggressive, really. Sorry about that. Next up, Laura, you're a wee too generous with your discounts. Making a lot of sales is good, but you still need to consider how much you're making from it too. That makes sense. Laura always struck me as a character who, because she's so lawful, as she's been shown, she has that sort of lawful good thing, so yeah, a bit too kind to people. Next up is Reen. You end up doing really well in the number of sales and how much you made. I'm pretty impressed, honestly. Thank you. With more experience, you could become a fine merchant. You really think so? I guess we discovered another one of Reen's hidden talents. Impressive. Being told that by someone with experience is really impressive. And finally, Alyssa. You wouldn't happen to have some prior experience, would you? Not really, no. That's really amazing then. I have to be honest, you always manage to sell as much as I make, and make as much as I normally do. You even got a unique style that brings customers in. So there isn't in there. The way this is written really throws me through a loop. Any advice for me to give ye? It's quite the evaluation. I think that's a bit of an exaggeration. So Alyssa has the skills to potentially become a successful merchant. I have to admit, I'm a bit surprised. I didn't expect her to be this skilled either. Do you have any relatives that happens to be involved in this line of work? Not that I know of, no. Well, either way, today ended up being a lot more interesting thanks to you. Here, take this. Your wage for the day. You made some good money too. Here, a wee bonus. Yep. Cool. We did good. We did good. We'll just quickly go through the bazaar, because I'm sure most of us will just be fluff about the fight. But best to make sure. Ruckus earlier, cost some sales. Little rodent charmer. Aha, still trying to sell the dolls. Oh, the guy playing music. And thus another day draws to a close. And just how did this day turn out for all of you, I wonder? Please open your hearts to me. The market manager used to be an extremely skilled merchant with years in the Grand Bazaar. He made the most profit for 7 whole years in a row. His skills clearly remain despite that being about 40 years ago. Oh wow, the market's been here a long time then. Girl's trying to sell honey. Oh, how are you doing, bro? Damn it, why'd I end up back here? Now I won't have any customers. I only make enough to cover my setup cost. And then there's tax on top of that. Not much I can do though. The manager says tough it out for here for now. I heard some rather disconcerting rules for rumors. Grand Market's... yeah, Grand Market's not doing well. Wait, you come back here. Oh, fighting breaking out. Tomorrow I sell my veggies. I don't know why I give so many people the yokel. It's only natural for people to start arguing with the same stall. Location's what makes it, yep. Hey, it's the lady from earlier. I've happened to come across some fantastic silks produced in the East. The stall's owner was even kind enough to inform me that getting their hands on one of these materials like that is a rare feat. Father, relinquish your wallet to me. There's money to be sent. Hear me, Clarice. We do not come here to simply enjoy the leisure of shopping. What more? Is it 300,000 Mirai for one piece of fabric? A little too expensive? Clarice, please listen to your father for a moment here. Yeah, he's screwed. Jeez, these merchants keep making trouble. Yeah. That was... okay, I enjoyed that. Oh, you were just working... oh, cool. Even some of the NPCs remember us working at the shop. Thank you for the deal. I'll make sure to have that cabbage tonight. Aww. That's a nice attention to detail. And yeah, people felt they didn't want to stay in the market, which is fair. He's over here now. Still got the book. Spent the whole day fighting. The kids. Kids will do what kids will do. Kids are dumb. Stay outside. Obviously that will start a series of cutscenes. So I'm wondering whether or not I should... is there a poll or something I could throw up? Just whether or not I should go to the beginning of the next day or... oh wait, no, maybe I should check the time. Yeah, we're reaching about 2.5 hours, and I try to keep these streams within about 2-3 hours. These JRPG ones. Because I have to do a lot of voicing for them, and it horses my voice. Which is why I've got this big cup of water next to me. Hello, Emery! Welcome to the stream! You just missed Vel. Unless Vel's still in the chat, because she said she was lurking. But we might call it soon on... at the very least, playing more of this game. I might switch we might take a break and I might switch the game to something that I don't have to constantly voice. Because honestly, my voice is starting to get a bit hoarse. Or at least dry. Let's see. What about you, drunkie? What do you got to say? Not some old drunk. I worked hard. I was a good guy, so why? Life ruined, sort of thing. Yeah. Belle said she had to do some other stuff before bed, and I don't know when that happened. Yes, I wish I had bought some strepsils or something from the pharmacy before. I'll need to remember that to have some lodgings or something handy when I do JRPG streams. You know, we'll do the cutscenes up until the next free walking, and then we might, you know, we'll take like I'll stop the stream. We'll have a 20-minute break. So I'll stop this stream, start it back up, and then for the first 20 minutes, yeah, I'll just prep some stuff and we'll play some things. Yeah, this is Trails of Cold Steel, which I learned was originally made for the PlayStation 3 and the PS Vita, which is why it's got that one of those old portable games sort of looks. And all the characters are wearing alternate DLC outfits.
That was delicious.
Also, there are 4 games in this specific part of the series, so we may continue into it going forward.
Those were some seriously fresh vegetables, too.
God, I'm just happy that this has voice, because I love these voice actors, they do so well.
Yeah, nothing beats food made from local ingredients.
I quite enjoyed the rye bread myself.
I suppose this whole field study thing isn't so bad when you take the menu into account.
Oh, by the way, Emery, I know that you look at my Twitter, and just for everyone else, the YouTube archive is finally complete. So, all my old streams, minus 2 streams, that either were, one was the explanation of my absence, which doesn't need to go up on YouTube, and the other one is an early stream that really wasn't great. The blue-haired one, Laura, she's voiced by Marisha Ray. That I know. I always mean to look it up, and then sometimes I do and I forget.
I wonder what the others in Group B are doing right now.
Somehow, I doubt they're sitting around a table and talking like we are.
That would certainly be a shock if they were. I can't help but question what exactly Class 7's purpose is, though.
Though that said, the YouTube archive isn't in order, Emery. Because the Genshin stream that we did is like the first or second video, so it's right at the bottom of the list. While the bottom of the list, well, I forgot what I was gonna say. Well, all the other streams have come later because I've just taken them from the backups that OBS makes.
Instructor Sarah says it's about Arcus, but I don't think that's the only reason we've been brought together.
Also, yes, Marisha Ray is great. She's a fantastic voice actress. Literally anyone who's on the cast of Critical Role has been a voice actor who has made a huge impact in my childhood with gaming.
I'm certain it's not. If that were all, today's field study tasks would serve little purpose.
It seems as though she's trying to make us experience, I don't know, things. Like all kinds of things, big and small. What I can't wrap my head around, though, is why.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to put everything
Sorry,
in
I
its
missed
place,
my
why
coaster
don't
for
you
my
just
cup.
go
That's why
with the
those-
flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along.
What
freaks
do we
are
have to
dry,
offer
sorry.
one another, when our reasons for enrolling at Thor's in the first place are undoubtedly very different?
Our reasons?
I hadn't considered that.
My reason for enrolling was quite simple. I aim to come ever closer to my goal. Or rather, to the person whom I regard as such.
Who's that?
This is neither the time nor the place to discuss such matters. Best to save that topic for another day. What about you, Elisa? Why did you enroll at the academy?
There's no one single reason, but I think I just wanted to assert my independence. I mean, my situation back at home isn't exactly ideal, and this seemed like a good way to get out and do more, I guess.
Thinking about it, we don't know much more about Alyssa than her name and her Cinderella personality. Even her last name is only the letter R.
I see.
It sounds like I'm probably in the minority then. See, I wasn't intending on coming here at all originally. I wanted to do something completely different.
Wait, seriously? Felix's voice act. For those of you, oh right, because Emery, I've got a. You can see it, obviously. I even improved it since my Twitter photo. My chat. I now have a chat in the stream for my gameplay. For those of you who don't know, apparently, according to Emery's lookup, Elliot here is voiced by the guy who does Felix for, I'm assuming, Three Houses. Which is such a drastically different role.
You did?
Oh yeah, you said you were really hoping you'd get into a music academy, right?
Right, he said that in an optional thing,
Oh?
I'm pretty sure. Jeez, the man's got range.
Well, I wasn't that serious about it or anything.
I could see that, Emery. I could very much see you being really into Felix. Exposed.
What about you, Reen? You're the last holdout, and since you're the one who brought it up, it's only fair you answer the question too.
By the by, even though it's for a separate game, little trivia, I'm a big Life Scythia fan for Fire Emblem Three Houses and Marianne. I like Golden Deer, especially the characters in it. The word whispered, exposed.
Me? I wanted to find myself, I guess.
Find yourself?
Huh?
Also, if I had like the capture card and owned the Switch I've played Fire Emblem Three Emblems on, Fire Emblem Three Houses, I would definitely do a Fire Emblem Three Houses stream, even though I know it back to front.
Sorry. That makes it sound like a much bigger deal than it actually is.
But I have to get a capture card, or whatever they do for that.
That's the best way I can think of to put it, though.
Oh, I would probably play Fire Emblem Three Houses too much for stream. It'd be like when I started Fallout streaming.
Nothing wrong with that. Going on a journey of self-discovery? It's actually a pretty cool answer.
Yeah, I had no idea you were such a romanticist.
Who does Alyssa? Emery. I seek you to find the voice actress, because I'm really finding it difficult to pinpoint it.
You sure don't come across as one.
I know, I found that out too, it's funny.
I shouldn't have said anything.
So you want me to wake you up by 6 tomorrow, right? Yes, please. There's only so much. We only have until tomorrow evening, so we need an early start. We really appreciate it. Not a problem at all. Have a good night. Good night. It's Mishima?
But we're not actually going to sleep yet, are we?
Wait,
Not
seriously?
until we
It's
write our
Mishima from
reports for the
Persona 5?
day.
I want to shut off my brain so badly right now, but it
Just gotta
doesn't look
hear
like
it.
that's happening anytime soon.
What's weird is Reen kind of looks like Mishima in a lot of ways.
She seems to have forgotten all about the room situation. And I'm not about to remind
Wait,
her.
what? Wait, what? Reen is all the voice actor for Reen is also Genshin Impact's Diluc. Also, I was right. There were gonna be cutscenes the second we went through that door.
Reen?
What is it?
Everyone say goodbye to Emery. Apparently, Emery has died.
I was unsure whether to ask or not, but I've decided that this question bears answering.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, it's like, have you ever looked up the voice actor for Auron in Final Fantasy X? He only has ever voiced Auron. Literally, if you go to his page, it's like, he's got a very small amount of roles that he's ever done in video game, but I think he's like an actor normally.
Why have you chosen to hold back?
What?
Your sword style and technique. It is the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade school, is it not? Popularized by the sword hermit, Yun Ka-Fai, it combines the best elements of other Eastern sword styles. Those who master any of its forms are referred to as a divine blade, and are said to understand the true nature of all things.
You certainly know an awful lot about it.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I feel like she sounds familiar, but she might. There are a lot of voice actors, or just people in general, who can sound very similar, so it just might be a coincidence that I think I've heard her voice somewhere else.
I didn't think it was particularly renowned here in the Empire.
We of the Arseid School consider the studying of other swordsmanship styles to be an essential part of our training.
Yeah, the best way I can describe Laura's voice is it's Marisha doing a bit of Keyleth to a bit of Keyleth's politeness with Bo's more lower register.
In addition, my father once told me, if you follow the path of the sword, it is only a matter of time before you encounter a follower of the 8 Leaves.
Your father said that? It's an honor to be acknowledged by the Radiant Blade Master himself. I'm nothing special, though. I'm just a dropout who's never even been able to progress past beginner level. I did train under Master Ka-Fai for a while, but I started to feel like I couldn't go any further with my abilities, and he cut my training short.
What?
So I'm really not holding back. Honest, I actually kind of feel like I'm dirtying the good name of the 8 Leaf School, in fact. But this is my limit. I'm sorry I can't quite live up to your expectations. Laura?
You have no reason to apologize to me. This is a matter you must come to terms with on your own.
What I actually learned, though, because I was following the 4th game, which has recently come out in English, apparently Marisha did not I'm not sure if she chose not to or if she was just recast, but she did not come back for the 4th game.
Though I'll admit to some disappointment.
So that was a lot.
I was hoping you'd prove to be a good sparring partner.
So if we continue this game onward, we will only hear Marisha for 3 out of 4 games. Still, that's 3 out of 4 games of Marisha. It's not 4 out of 4, but that's still good.
I'm going to practice outside for a bit. Please go and finish your report with Elisa and Elliot.
Why is it so humid today? I'm sorry, I know I'm complaining off game, but it is... Even before the stream, I started sweating, and it's like, we just had, like, yesterday things were flooding. And now today it's sweltering.
There's a lot he doesn't want to talk about, huh? I can see in his eyes sometimes that he's bottling something up and trying really hard to keep anyone else from noticing.
You've noticed it too?
Yes, I'm very sweaty.
You sure have taken quite an interest in him.
I was just trying to work out the best time to apologize, that's all. It's not like I've been consciously paying attention to him or anything, honestly.
Also, I'd like to point this out, Emery. You and Vel both use purple. Which is kind of funny, because if you look... Because the preview for stream that I have, I only mostly get colors when I look at it, because it's tinier. It's like I've seen... I see just purple continuing on rather than switch. Yeah, it's weird. And in some places it's still flooding. And I'm sure somewhere there's a bushfire.
Reen's not the only one bottling up his feelings, though, is he? You've been doing the same thing.
Yeah, I guess I have.
I don't know. I think sometimes it's your role, but I think you can just choose it. I don't really care what color is. Oh. Yes! I knew finishing that quest, that day in the merchant quest properly would give me more AP.
Keep up the good work.
It is. But apparently this game does goes through a feels roller coaster, I've been told. Also, it's to some degree, it's almost depressingly realistic. A giant kingdom with or empire, and it's got so much stuff going on. Apparently, it's a good time though. All in all, it is a journey. Here are your tasks. The market manager left them with me. Thank you. Task 2. Ferocious creature's been seen again. Take care of it on the west. Help me find the lost wallet. If you were even. Let's work because we're going back. That's about right. He's a very considerate man. Your last train leaves around 9 tonight. If you get through those quick enough, you can have dinner. Thank you. We appreciate your kindness. Shall we get started then? Sounds good. Looks like all the tasks are optional. Hey Laura, I want to apologize for what I said to you last evening. Oh, we're addressing this already? As I told you then, it is a matter you must come to terms to on your own. Not something you need, something which an apology is required. That's not what I mean. I want to apologize for making light of the way of the sword. What I said about being a dropout who's never made it past the... who's never been able to progress past the beginner level was disrespectful to Master Kai-Fei, the school I follow, and the path of the sword itself. For those reasons, I feel it was inappropriate for me to say what I said, so I'm sorry. If that's the case, there is one other person you should be apologizing to as well. I can't pretend to know about your personal circumstances, but regardless of one's background or social standing, he should always be able to live with pride in himself or herself. I really wish there was more voice acting. I like the way Laura talks. I can't say it as well as Marisha does. Thus, if you truly did make light of yourself and your own abilities, that is an act of shame of which you own yourself you owe yourself recompensance. Yes, pretty much. If I ever play an RPG Maker game, I'm going to ask people to join in and do voices, because otherwise I will lose my voice. Like if that game that I'm writing a design document in the background ever comes to fruition. Because there will be dialogue, and I will hate it. I will hate voicing every single character, because I will be like, this is how they should sound. I can't pull it off, though. Do you like the path of the sword? It's not really a matter of liking or disliking it, I don't think. It's part of my life, an inseparable part of who I am. That's all I wanted to hear. I feel exactly the same way. Laura. So you two are friends again? Were we not? I never knew about any... There was never any rift I knew about. Indeed. I felt that was all handled This was handled all neatly, I felt. You're both so simple-minded. I feel like an idiot spending so much time to devise a plan to get you two to make up. Whoa, what? You did what now? Since we've caused you undue concern. Jeez, can we just all forget about this and move on? It looks like the ground dried up it seems like the ground dried up after the rainfall, so to speak. Glad to see you all looking a little less gloomy. Margot, we got trouble. Big trouble. The redhead girl from the stand that sells ceramics. Calm down, Louise. It's first thing in the morning. You're about poised to wake up the dead. You're making such commotion. Where have you been anyway? You're late. Oh no, wait. Similar model. This is the girl who does all the waitressing. The waitress. There is a word and a title for it. Waitress. But never mind that. We've got big trouble. Something terrible's happening over at the market. Something terrible, you say? What terrible thing is that exactly? Well, it actually took place last night. 2 of the stalls over at the market were destroyed, and all their merchandise was stolen. Oh no. That's most terrible indeed. A robbery? Oh my. I guess that means the market might be opening late today. Which means we can end up with more customers as people wait here for a resolution. Louise, get the place ready. You got it. My cup of water is empty. Great. As for you four, this is our problem, not yours. Focus on your field study and leave this incident to us locals. You have your own tasks to worry about, after all. Of course. We'll be back later. Thanks again. Weathercock. Still makes me laugh. It's called the Weathercock Inn. What should we do? I have to admit, I'm curious. It's not far, so we might as well take a look. My mind is like 5 when it comes to like something like Weathercock or Seldick. Alright, we've come to the morning and we're 2 hours 40. Save over the last time we did it. We're gonna call it... I hate to call it a night, but this week, one of my roommates has come back, and I share a wall with their room, so I don't want to go on too late, because they're out right now, but I also know they've got work to do, and they need to be Feel free to be just as immature as you want to be, honestly. There's a reason we have stuff. Yes! It's funny when something has, like, the name Cock. Weathercock. Yeah, we'll call it a night. I thought we might go a bit forward, but I don't want to cause any trouble right now. We'll be back for Friday, though, because we're trying to get back on schedule. And now we've got trails going, and that's good. Actually, we'll try to put something else on while I have this. So I'll do, I got a bit of an outro to do. Outside of my usual outro. And, whoop, computer's being whoopsie-doozle. You know what, we'll switch to game and talk just so the chat's still in. If it'll kick in. It is not kicking in. There it is. Unfortunately, it refreshes chat. Alright, I'm thinking of dropping Fallout, and I think I mentioned this earlier, but I'll mention it again at the end here for anyone. I'm planning on cancelling Fallout New Vegas, because I'm kind of getting burnt out on it. Because I think so. My longest streams are 6 hours. It's me playing Fallout New Vegas. And I like open world games, but it's too open world, I guess, is one way of saying it. Also, the game itself's not big, but all the mods I shove into it make it a huge game. Yeah, I'm thinking of replacing it with Dragon Age Origins. So it's still a Western RPG, but it's not as open world, and it's a bit more linear, and it's got a beginning, middle, and end. Rather than what Fallout New Vegas is for me, which is pushing off the ending to do everything. Yeah, Dragon Age. I said I was gonna do Dragon Age that day I streamed Final Fantasy 4 Boja. We all remember last Friday where we did Boja. I know you won't remember, Anne-Marie. It's gonna do it then, but I own Dragon Age through Origin, EA's Origin, because you couldn't get well, that's good to know. You couldn't get Dragon Age Origins expansions through Steam originally, so I bought everything through Origin. So yeah, we'll that's the plan, and I will spend tomorrow evening probably seeing if I can get Dragon Age Origins to install properly. Here's some little forward knowledge. We will be playing a Dalish Rogue Elf, because that is what I play, and I'm not playing anything new. I don't mind mages, but I do like playing rogues. I do like playing elves, especially Dalish elves. The Dalish elves are a complex people, and I love them. The only part which will be a bit of a slog will be Dragon Age 2, because if we do this, I'm going all in. We're playing Origins. We're playing Dragon Age 2 because why not? And because there is important stuff that happens there. And then we'll play Dragon Age Inquisition, which is my personal favorite. The only thing that Origin tops is I Romance Morrigan. And I love Morrigan. I know there was potential, Emery. I know there was potential, but it's still rushed, and but that's more on corporations. Meryl. I romance Meryl. About 55% of the time. Yeah, no, that checks out. Sorry, I paused for a second because I was like, does that check out? That checks out with Emery. It helps that everyone's bisexual in 2. Yeah, I can see that. I can see you romancing any of those 3. There aren't a lot of choices for a yes, Dorian. There aren't a lot of choices for a male elf in Inquisition if you're not mostly bisexual. Because for a straight character, there's Cassandra. Jeez. There wasn't a lot of straight choice now that I think about it. Inquisition is a very female. Oh, Josephine. I always forget about Josephine because she's also a bi option. But I also like Cassandra. Josephine is cute though. But I appreciate both of them as romance options. I've done that. I have romance Solus. I've played Dragon Age Inquisition a few times. I have various characters. My go-to is a male Dalish rogue in both Origins and Inquisition. And just for the kicks, if I'm playing for story reasons, it's a mage female hawk, or if I'm playing just to be me, it's a male rogue hawk. Mostly I play in the male rogue hawk because I like Bethany. I like Bethany as a character. I don't mind Carver, but I like Bethany as a character. But yeah, so it's good. So yeah, so Fallout New Vegas, I am going to uninstall it, and we're not going to continue that series because I'm just gonna open world games are burnouts. It's the same reason outside of my arachnophobia, I'm not playing Skyrim. Emery, you've literally male rogue purple hawk is literally how I've played hawk every game before I decided to play a female mage hawk. So yeah, Dragon Age Origins will be probably Friday unless installing's still not working. Otherwise, we'll do either Hades or Final Fantasy XIV. Because I still can't get God. We're gonna be adults here for a second. I can't goddamn get my damn mask of fencing for out of the Near Automata raid, out of the puppets bunker, and I'm so annoyed because it won't drop, and I can't even get the P2P minion or the card for my or her card for my my deck. None of it works. I don't get any. I'm having such bad luck. Speaking of which, there is one of my videos might have ads on it because it's copyright claimed, because the song in the Near Puppet Bunker is copyrighted. The one that's called what is it, Grandma, the specific remix, and I can't be bothered to dispute it or anything because I'm using YouTube as an archive. I just hope it doesn't heavily add my archive. But it's up, and it's not being censored because I don't have a copyright claim against it. A copyright strike against it. So that's good. It's good. I think it's just automated because none of my other Final Fantasy video hasn't been copyrighted, nor has any of my other main videos except for Fallout videos, because a lot of the songs for radio channels, and apparently some of the background noise music stuff, also copyrighted, which is also part of the reason I'm stopping Fallout, because I'm just like, even core parts of the game that play, even if I don't play radio, are copyrighted apparently, so it's a lot of annoying bullcrap that I'm just like, I love these games, but copyright is just annoying down the line when things start changing. Like, let's assume this takes off and the archive becomes popular, that I start making revenue off YouTube. Big dream, I know, but yeah, it's just like, it's gonna suck down the line. Anyway, I'm overthinking that anyway. Because who knows what the future holds. So yes, Friday should be our first Dragon Age. If Dragon Age screws up, and you'll know if you follow me on Twitter, for anyone watching the archive, if it doesn't work, and I have to do more work to get it to install properly, we'll do Final Fantasy or Hades, and I'll let you know through Twitter what I decide to do, probably a few hours, maybe that morning. So yeah, that'll be what it'll be. I don't know why I'm petting my leg to make noise. It'll be good. There are a few facts to know before we go into it, and I'll make this reminder before we start in the pre-game startup. I have arachnophobia, which I have mentioned multiple times, even just now. I don't like spiders. I hate them. And I hate that Dragon Age likes throwing them back at me a lot. I hate them in 2 because they put you in caves with them. And the tactical cannon does not do a lot to help. Anyway, so yes, I burn my bedroom down every time I play any of these games because of spiders. Nah, I kid. So yeah, Dragon Age Origins. I've got all the DLCs. I've got everything. I'm gonna enjoy playing through it the way I always do, romancing Morrigan and playing through the game in a particularly odd order because I understand how the underlying system works. Yeah. And depending on how well we do with Dragon Age, I might do something special in which we might play Origins twice. Now you may be thinking, why twice? We may play Origins once as the... We'll play Origins with the intended origin. Yeah. I do take some joy in Morgan's joy in making Alistair suffer. I can't lie there. I like Alistair, but I also like Morgan's constant need to make Alistair suffer. Welcome to, yes, so anyone who's made it this far in this Trails of Cold Steel after show, Dragon Age. We'll play through once as my Dalish Rogue, which will be my established history, so that will be what we'll be going with, that will be what we're going with like into 2 and into Inquisition. And we might, assuming I haven't burnt myself out in Dragon Age Origins, we'll do a female Kuslan playthrough to romance Alistair. That one will depend if I'm burnt out by the end, but hopefully we might do that and get a second playthrough and try some different choices. Or end up doing all the same choices. We'll see. So yeah, there we go. And for you, Emery, have you ever licked a lamppost in the winter? Anyway, that'll be the end of the stream tonight. The second this is over, I'm gonna because thankfully we don't talk about how Zevran ninja romances people. Because God, Liliana and Zevran are very quick to try to romance you just because you're being nice to them. Like, to a crazy degree. But yeah. We'll close out the stream tonight. Thank you, Anne-Marie, for being here. She is devout, is the word I would use. She's very devout. Actually, here's what we'll do. Dragon Age Origins, the first stream will not be creating our character and playing through it. The first stream is going to be Darkspawn Chronicles. I don't know how much of the DLC you've looked into, Emery. Darkspawn Chronicles is a DLC where you play as Darkspawn in the Siege of Denerim, an event that usually happens at the end of the game. And if you complete it, you get a weapon. You get a weapon called, I think, Blightbringer. It's a one-handed sword, and it does poison damage, naturally. Yes, there is. I also might mod the game slightly. Not as heavily as I do with Fallout. Some cosmetic, because the game is old. So some of the characters will just have slightly better models, better looks. I know. Have you seen there's a series by Will Wheaton called Tabletop, and he got the creator of the board game to run the campaign for 2 episodes of Tabletop. It is most excellent. But yeah, so I'll mod the game slightly. I'll do that tomorrow evening because I got stuff in the day. On top of doing my TAFE work. So yeah. Dragon Age! Ah, Cerebas. I see your tongue wasn't cut out though. But yeah, so that'll be what we do. I'm actually, in addition to potentially doing Origins twice, I'd like to do Inquisition twice. once as my elf rogue, and then once as my elf rogue, and once as a Kunari. Maybe a Kunari mage, because it's such a unique combination. So yeah, there we go. Now that's cool. That's a cool concept. But yeah, so Dragon Age Origins, we'll start with the Darkspawn Chronicles. Super cool story idea, super cool DLC. On the shorter end too, so we can do a shorter stream if we have to. Because I'm still trying to work out how my schedule will work with my roommate's return. Yes, the Iron Bull! But they're not bull horns, they're dragon horns. You could have been the Iron Dragon. Shit. That is better. I love Cole. Cole is my favorite thing. It's one of my favorite things. There's a lot of good in Inquisition. Cole is one of my favorite things, and they really did well with the character models for Origins. Right, we'll switch to closing, because we'll start closing up now. Yes, Cole is a bean. He's so good. He's so pure. But yes, we'll go into Dragon Age Origins. It'll be fun. It'll be great. And I'm sure I'll see you there, M. And if not, I'm sure I'll see a comment in the I'll see comments in my YouTube archive if you miss one. But I'll probably give if you come in late, I'll probably give you the cliff notes of coming in, because you're my most frequent person in my who comes into my chat, and on top of it, I like you. You're a good friend. So yeah, I'll try to get also into the habit of using Twitter more. I'll probably tweet out in the morning when I expect to be on, which will usually be about 6 to 7, which is a little earlier than my schedule usually is. But it means that I'm not interrupting anyone's sleep cycle too. Anyway, I'll see everyone, hopefully, if everyone's in, Friday. Though possibly I'll see you, Emery, in Vel's stream tomorrow. Because she said earlier she'll do a stream tomorrow. Because our schedules are on opposite days. And we actually joked that you'll have a full schedule of streams. Vel on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and me Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But yeah, I'll download in Origins either tonight or tomorrow, mod it out a bit, just some basic stuff, and yeah, we'll get to it. It'll be fun. But I haven't played Origins in so long, and I find the willingness to do so really hard to bring up just for me. But doing it for a stream, so good. Though I'm gonna need logins for that, because I'm gonna have to voice my own character every time. You know what's a good mod I need to add though? I need to add the one that adds the rune making system from Awakening into the main game, because that's such a good system that I abuse the hell out of. I'll also have to clear my global data somehow, because I've got like all the achievements unlocked, which gives a bunch of extra crap that I really shouldn't have for the beginning of a new game. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's do the outro now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for commenting. And I've been Marx Frost, and I will continue to be Marx Frost for the foreseeable future. Thank you for being here. We'll see you Friday. And take care of yourselves, everyone. Good night.